Namaste, angels. This is the new moon in Virgo reading. Sorry it's so late, and I was just now guided to do it very, very differently than I normally would. I have 3 decks, like, sitting next to me on this table, tarot decks. Both of them are begin with the Emperor. I'll go ahead and show you there, because this is what I started with. I started to do a reading with the tarot, and then just now, like I said, very, very randomly, I was guided to pull out like 10,000 oracle decks. So we're doing something a little differently. But with these 2 emperors and the 6 of pentacles, I definitely feel a bunch of us are going to be having like situations that have been going on maybe for some time with, or I guess it could be something that happens now. There's a couple of things. It could be that somebody, probably a male ancestor, your father, your grandfather, is very close, helping you through situation that you're dealing with right now. And that's why we got the 6 of Pentacles, because you're going to be, you know, blessed, gifted with something. The assistance is going to come in right on time. They're going to be hovering over you like an angel, and, you know, you need $10. They're going to all of a sudden drop it on the floor for you from heaven, and you're going to pick it up and pay the bill. You know, it's that like sort of thing. So that's one of the scenarios. The other thing is that for me, the Emperor is also representative of like government agencies or corporations or something, and maybe it's like little old you up against this corporation or agency. I don't know if it's a lawsuit or you know, a lot of times I get workman's comp when I think about these things, because it's like, you know, the little guy against like their boss or their company that they work for, they've been mistreated, VA benefits, Social Security, all those kind of things. So if there's something like that, I see that working out. Again, we got the 6 of Pentacles, so we had the 2 decks with the emperors, yes, and the one with the 6 of Pentacles, which is, you know, blessings, balance, restoration, very timely assistance. And it's not like it's pentacles that you have to work for, you know, as opposed to like the 3 of Pentacles is you got to do something in order to, you have to have done some work, some labor to be compensated. When you see the 3 of Pentacles, not the same with the 6. The 6 is, you know, again, it could feel like pennies from heaven, as they say. So that's 2 possibilities. It's something you're going through something. It doesn't have to be with a corporation or government agency. It could be anything. It could be even a relationship. And there is, or it could be something in a moment. Like I said, like you need $10. Oh, I forgot my wallet. I don't know how I'm going to pay this bill. Oh, look at that. There's money on the floor. Okay, and you're at the cashier already. So it can be something that's sudden and in an instant and quick, or it can be an actual situation, circumstance you're dealing with. Somebody, one of your ancestors, probably a male figure, or masculine energy. That's why I thought about like father, grandfather, but you know, really could be anybody actually. A deceased loved one is going to help you through that situation. So that's another possibility. And then the other one is, of course, the Emperor can be a representation of the divine masculine, and even in your own life, for you, whether you are male or female, masculine or feminine, it can be representation of control, having like gotten control of your life. You're in the driver's seat of your own life. So those are a few scenarios for what's going on there. Just keep that in mind. We're going to see what the numerology deck wants to say to us. I'm just going to start randomly. We're beginning with this. Oh, look at that. Okay, I hadn't looked. So maybe there's rebirth in a spiritually based relationship. Does not have to be romantic, but very well can be. Of course, 2s are often about partnership. 7 is divinity. So this can be a divine partnership, not just a spirit, you know, like a, in terms of like a divine counterpart sort of thing. Or it can be like a business partner, a BFF. You know, think about your one-on-one relationships, your closest relationships, like 7th house stuff. So BFF, family member, spouse, boyfriend, girlfriend, you know, those sort of things. Somebody that you work with closely, boss, subordinate, partner. And there's a rebirth in some sort of situation. So there's a fresh start, a new, like a rekindling of some sort of energy or new beginning, maybe where they had been an ending prior, you know, a death. In this relationship. And this is also a 7. So there's like I said, like God or heaven, the divine, an ancestor, somebody, something, you know, spirit from above, helping you. And as above, so below. So you're going to reap the rewards down here. All right. So we're going to just see what 6 messages from this deck the universe wants to give us from the numerology oracle deck. All right. Other than to have reinforced our message of ancestors watching from above and helping us. So we got health is the first one, which Virgo rules health. Virgo rules the sixth house. It's the sixth sign of the zodiac. I don't know. This is the second day in a row where I can't talk. And so this makes a lot of sense that the health card flew out, because this is what Virgo rules. In addition to things like service, can be attached to critical thinking. I don't know why I'm putting it. Well, I guess there's a difference between like Virgo and Gemini, but both ruled by Mercury. So it could be like critical thinking. Virgo gets more into like perfection and precision. And so sometimes can do, I wouldn't say necessarily more overthinking than a Gemini, but like it's in a very different way, whereas we're not expecting everything to be perfect. So those are the things that Virgo rules. Also harvest. Oh my God, that's like one of the main things. That's one of the most important things. So with this new moon, which makes sense why we just saw a rebirth also, with this new beginning, this new start, we are harvesting all the things that we previously planted. So this is stuff from the past that's coming to pass now with this new moon in Virgo for us. All right. So there's a relationship change. You may have been working on this for a long time. This could be part of your harvest, and maybe also some health benefits that you've been working on. Maybe you began to eat more food. Maybe you began to eat less food. Maybe you began to change. Maybe you change the type of food. The relationship change could be your relationship with food. Right? Or, for example, I'm just using food. Maybe you started exercising. Maybe you stopped exercising so much. Maybe you started to get more sleep. These could be changes that you did in the past, and now you're beginning to see the rewards of those things. And if you haven't started yet, it's not too late to start. Get it on. And this is a great time, again, to start reaping some things. All right. So also we need 4 more cards. So we have spiritual partnership yet again. These 7s are popping. I already discussed what spiritual partnership could be about. And then separate from spiritual partnership, we got more 7s, double 7s, we got spirituality. Also, in the general reading that I did yesterday, in the placement, I think it was, of spirituality, I believe that's where it was, there was a potential change, like an interest in something new, a new practice. So again, maybe a relationship change, your relationship with God, your relationship with yourself, your relationship with spirit could be something you're changing. Also, there could be a change in your environment that maybe involves perhaps a relationship. Maybe you're moving. Maybe you're moving in, like together with somebody else. Maybe moving out, away from somebody because of a relationship change. There's an environment change. Or maybe you got a new job. Is that 6? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. One more from numerology. What else I want to tell you? So Virgo rules. I told you about Virgo ruling the 6th house. I feel like there was something else I wanted to tell you, but if it comes, it'll come, and then I'll share it. It's another 7. It's personal growth, and look what's here on the at the bottom of the deck now. Card number 67, physical activity. So again, Virgo rules health. So we're meant to maybe increase our physical activity, decrease our physical activity. You'll know what's appropriate for you, but it seems that there should be a relationship change in that. Is the messages that we're getting from Spirit right now for the collective from this numerology deck. All right, so that's 1. Even the health, I didn't know. I mean, there's an end in the 7 like the others did, but it begins in the 7. So there's a lot of assistance from above, as I mentioned before, coming to us. With the Twin Flame Oracle, we're actually beginning with Twin Flames, and it was so cool because when I shuffled all these decks in advance, because I was like, I'm not going to have time to shuffle on camera. I mean, it's going to be 10 hours long, the reading. But each time I opened to shuffle was another really cool card. So it was Twin Flames, Soulmates, Romance, Karmic Partners, and Free Will are the 5 cards that I opened to. So now at the bottom of the deck, we have Twin Flames, Eternal Love, Reincarnation, Passion, Twins Seeking Union. And here's a Tower. It's called Destruction in this deck. Tower moment. Unexpected change could be associated with the change we just saw in the numerology deck, right? Relationship change. Also, new opportunities. So this is not like a negative thing. This is giving way to new stuff, as is the moon, the new moon in Virgo, or as did the new moon. New moon actually occurred yesterday, and if you were lucky enough to be up, I guess, like just before the sun rose, like when it was still dark out. I didn't mean to shuffle, but I guess I was meant to. So I just saw mystery. I had opened to mystery. If you were up, luckily able to be up at that time, then you could have seen Venus herself, actually. She was like right underneath the new moon. Pretty cool. Pretty cool stuff. All right. We got fertility, lessons, no. Beliefs. And there's the two more. Travel and potential. That's 6, right? Yeah. All right, so fertility was first. So I think it's interesting. Virgo represents this, the virgin. So this is growth. This is co-creating. So this is maybe getting together. Could be literal. Could definitely be literal. In terms of like babies. I just got like a real, I don't know, like fuzzy, warm feeling about creating a family. There's other ways to create a family though. So it doesn't have to be a baby either, even though this card says fertility. Because I'm also getting that. This could be merging families. This could be adoption. You know, like Brady Bunch stuff. I just picture like the Brady Bunch in my head. I'm giving away my age. But I can even hear them say, Mom's favorite vase. She always said, don't play ball in the house. So I don't know. This could be definitely about merging a family. Or co-creating something, building something together, collaboration, fresh ideas. So this is still about newness. Again, new moon, new stuff, harvest, right? The harvest. These oranges are ready to be picked. So this could be something you already built together, you already created together, and maybe maybe it just needs a little bit more, watering, a little bit more sun, and it's it's just about ready. Or maybe you're ready to. If you can, shake off whatever's blocking you, whatever obstacles you think there are, whatever fear there is maybe in the way, if you can shake that off, then maybe these things are already time to, already ready to pick. They're ripe already. Fresh ideas manifest. So they're manifesting now. Growth. Plant your seeds. So like I said, if it's not too late if you haven't done it yet, but this is definitely a time to get on it with this Virgo energy. So we got the Virgo sun, we had the Virgo moon. It's ready. We're ready. The soil is ready right now. Big goals. So this could be what the collaboration is about. We want to work together on doing these things. Maybe, this could be romantic too. This could be power couple. This could be business partnership. You could still be a power couple, in a different way. Career, business, success. Claim your place in the world. All right. We got lessons. This also looks like a business person or student, maybe. Somebody could be starting a business now. Maybe that's what the fertility is about. Or going back to school. Maybe you're trying to grow something new there and expand yourself by expanding your education, your knowledge. This can also be about lessons that we've learned. And now, because we've learned those lessons, we're going to incorporate them into our lives. That's going to enable us to, harvest in. Because I know this, now I know how to do this. I know how to, bring this stuff in and achieve these goals that I want. Knowledge, understanding. Look for the lesson in this situation. Let me have a no here. The answer to your question is no. So there's like a yes or no question that you've been pondering. We have a no, and you'll know whether this applies to you or not. It could also be in terms of, be connected to some of these other things, like like shared belief systems. Like no, like I'm not into that. Is one of the things that I'm getting. We have potential here, fulfillment, risk, achievement. Your potential is limitless. And we should be definitely taking advantage. I talked in the general reading. The weekly reading. I used to do 2 separate readings, general and love. Now it's just one reading. the weekly reading. I talked in the weekly reading about life, being a cycle, or it's made up of cycles, but it's also a cycle, right? It has an expiration date. Each of us have an expiration date, and the human life span in general, like the average, is only like 70, 75 years old. So it's not, like perpetual. But while you're here, you have limitless potential to do so many things. But you got to do them like now, like while you're here. You got to live like in the moment, in the present. Travel also came up. It's a great time to travel right now. Movement, meeting, adventure. Be ready for new experiences. This could be more than just traveling in terms of taking a trip. It can be like in terms of movement and momentum, and again, even tied to the moving in or moving out and all those sorts of things. Like you're going off on your own adventure. What didn't I talk about? All right, so we talked about all of these. Oh, I didn't go over beliefs. Similar or clashing belief systems can bring you together or keep you apart. So, like I said, definitely came up in the weekly reading. People wanting to, people having learned something new or some new practice and wanting to expand their knowledge on that, pursue it, explore it. People getting over maybe some traditional thing that they had believed in and saying, okay, I'm done with this, and moving on to something else. So you'll know which applies to you. This is the Ascended Masters deck. We're beginning with Artistic Expression. When I was shuffling this deck, I did see the White Buffalo Cattleman twice. Actually, I shuffled this deck yesterday and saw that White Buffalo. The first time she was in reverse. The second time she, completely popped out. And then right after I saw her, I saw the card that says Mother, Sister, Daughter. It's like a feminine energy. And I immediately got the feeling and had the thought, oh, it's going to be women, probably older women. I saw the mother first. Sure enough, this morning, my friend, personal friend in my real life, not like my, by my government name, Mariama, not as the Queen of Swords, my real life friend of mine, her mother died. That was one thing. And I heard somebody else isn't doing well, so hopefully that she'll be fine. But I did see these feminine, but I still feel, as is typically the case when I pull that card, that it would be more like celebrities or somebody in the news or something that we'll see if we see these passings. But once I see that card, it's never not come true that people pass away, unfortunately. But in addition to that, you could also be memorializing somebody that's already passed during this period. Maybe the anniversary of their death comes up, because I've been feeling stuff like that. And like, as I said before, with the two emperors, I do feel people who have lost a loved one, that loved one will particularly be watching over you now, and helping you through some sort of circumstance. So we're starting on Artistic Expression, which can be about even things like communication, whatever, how you put out whatever your language is. That's going to be what this represents. And then we have energy healing behind it. So maybe, you need to improve whatever this communication is, whatever your language is. Maybe you need to work on it, to clear something, whether it's your throat chakra and the traditional, speaking, in terms of speaking verbal language, or, if it's some other chakra or area of your life that needs healing so that you can get your point across clearly and effectively. That's going to be important right now too. And that too came up in the weekly reading. All right, 6 cards from here, from the Ascendant Masters. What do the Ascendant Masters want to tell us? I'm still going to do the spread from the perspective of the masculine as well. I think I'm going to use these for that one. And I'll probably do the cross as well. I think we're going to get through this fairly quickly doing it this way. So that'll leave me time to do those 2 spreads, I think, if any cards are going to come out. Ascendant Masters have anything to tell us? Okay. Oh, goodness. Ascended Masters. We only get 2? There's 1. Maybe that's it. Okay. 2 more. Oh! Look the way the twin flame card jumped out and flew, like, it flew. I just had to pick it up from the floor, like floating in the air. At the bottom of the deck, when this twin flame card jumped out, is open your heart to love. Also meditate. So maybe somebody needs to think their way through a situation with a loved one or potential loved one, potential love interest, or twin flame. It could be you've discovered that this person is definitely my soulmate or my twin flame or something. Or even if you don't know, or care for a label, there's something going on with me and this person, like at a soul level, and maybe I need to explore this. Maybe I need to try to figure out how I can, make this work, how I can approach them, how I can communicate with them. I don't know, something. All right. Oh, twin flame belongs there, and 1 more. At the bottom of the deck now is persistence. But first you don't succeed. Try again. We have El Moria, clear and shield your energy, that just popped out. People are trying to prevent unions, not just twin flame unions, but soulmate unions, connections, even like in the business sense, people want to, it's not always conscious. Sometimes it's subconscious. For people, they don't realize their soul has a mission to try to stop you. This is also how jealousy and envy is expressed between people. They'll throw out negative energy that can cause you issues and problems and things like that. Or sometimes people very intentionally will try to, hex you, work some sort of magic or voodoo, whatever it is, against you. So we are being guided to clear and shield our energy. Sometimes we need like an actual clearing of energy. There are a number of people and ways, people who do it and ways to do it. You might be able to do it yourself. If you're not, there are other, there are people, like I said, who do it in several different means. People do Reiki and stuff. I do energy healing. I do not do Reiki. I do energy healing. I'm an intercessor, like Mother Mary. Yes, like if you've ever read about Mary, you know she's an intercessor. I am as well. She says to nurture yourself. So this could be a way too that you clear your energy, heal your energy by nurturing yourself, by giving to yourself, by taking care of yourself, by treating yourself, by cleanliness also. So like even hygiene and things, maybe like, you haven't washed your hair, you haven't gotten a haircut, you could use a wax, I don't know. But this is something else that Virgo rules actually. And she's the Virgin also. Yeah, okay, I get it now. That was cute. That was cute, Spirit. Yeah, Virgo rules cleanliness also. So like upkeep in terms of nurturing yourself. I don't know what all that entails for different people. You decide, but maybe you need a shower, honestly. It could be as simple as that, or, maybe you need to go get like a 60-minute facial, like I said, like treat yourself or something like that. So we have nurture yourself. Oshun shows up to say drink more water. That means there is an ascension period going on where she's increasing your vibration. You definitely need to drink more water when you're going through that process. Also, somebody could literally need to drink more water. Like you could be dehydrated. You could be, just endangering like your kidneys, because you don't drink enough water, other organs. We're like 90% water, the human body. So if we got to drink our water. If you're not doing that, it could be important. Sometimes you don't even realize that you're dehydrated until you end up like in the hospital or something. You could be walking around dehydrated. So whether it's for ascension, but that's typically why she shows up in my readings, it's because of ascension. But whether it's for that or just because you need water, Oshun says drink water. See the other person's point of view. So this is about like maybe not being so stubborn, maybe not being so prideful. and closed off and unwilling to hear or listen. But this is about really considering other perspectives and other people's perspectives before we make a decision. I was going to say a judgment. We really shouldn't be judging anyone, including ourselves. So I didn't want to say judgment. But a decision. Before we formulate an opinion, we should be considering other people's perspectives. Also, choose peace. I said this to somebody earlier today. We were having a conversation. I said peace is a choice. You know what was really funny? The other day, this guy that I haven't spoken to in like a year or two, prior to him hitting me up this last weekend, he texted me. He's texted me from 2 different phone numbers. Okay, so I received the first messages, and they're coming in green. I have an iPhone, so if you have an iPhone, you understand what I'm talking about. They're coming in green, which is like the other person has an Android, or or the signal's messed up, something's going on. Now I'm by the beach, so that's probably why, right? The signal's not good. When you're by the water, by the beach, it's not good. So I'm not getting the first messages he sent me from his iPhone. I don't receive those. I receive these other ones. He says, "You blocked me." And I said, "I never block anyone. I don't. I mean, I'm such an air sign. And I've had really like one true love, like that has remained. Like I'll always have this love in my heart for, in my life. One. So I'm not emotional. I'm not whatever. So I feel like you have to be emotionally connected and invested in a person to care enough to block them, in most situations. So because of that, I had never blocked anybody. It's not a conscious decision. I'm just not engaged with people that I'm just not invested in anybody enough that I give a shit. If you see me, if you don't see me, if I see you, if I don't see you, I don't care. And that may sound cold, but I'm a Queen of Swords, right? I'm a Gemini, an Aquarius moon. So that's how I am. So I said, I never block anyone. And I'm basically boasting about never blocking anyone. Days later, a woman that I know from my neighborhood who, basically she's like a colleague. We're members of the same club. We volunteer in a lot of the same circles and, share some political beliefs and fight the same fights, advocate for the same causes, all that kind of stuff. She went completely nuts. Now, normally I cut her slack because I know she's had a previous head injury. Hell, I've had a previous head injury too. Y'all don't know, most of y'all don't know, but I was attacked by a serial killer when I was 17. I'll do that story time one day. So I had 17 stitches in my head also. But I cut her slack. I'd be like, okay, head injury, whatever. But this time she just went like way over the line, and I kept my composure. She even like publicly said a bunch of stuff that wasn't true about me and 2 other women, called us monsters, and it just got really crazy. And I took it, I tolerated it, and this went on for, day 1, day 2, day 3, day 4 of this, day 5 of this, and she was still like, and that like 5th day, she had the nerve to like DM me that I owed her an apology, and I just went boop, blocked, and it felt so new and exciting to me because it's something I never do, but it was me choosing peace, choosing my own peace, not choosing peace with her. Well, maybe choosing peace with her too. Like, I don't want to argue with you, block, but also I don't want you spending my energy like this. I got other stuff to do. I don't care about what you're talking about, block. And it doesn't matter that, like I said, we're colleagues, we got business or whatever. I don't have to have her involved in my personal life. So apply that to your own life, if it resonates, and fit, don't force it to fit. But if there's, a colleague, somebody that works with you, like, we don't have to be friends with our coworkers. You don't have to let them be on your Facebook or whatever, like block or delete, whatever it is, unfriend. We don't have to be even friends with our family members. Like, there's people that are going to try to, that are energy vampires. They're going to try to drain you of your energy. And we're meant to clear and shield our energy. So there you have that. Choose peace. Peace is a choice. No is a complete sentence. We had the no before. Some people say, well, like you say no, they say, well, why? No, there's just no. I don't have to tell you why. Maybe I'm going to be nice and tell you why. Maybe I'm not. Maybe I don't even know why. But I know no. I know it's no. That's what my spirit's telling me to tell you is no. And that's a whole sentence. You could say no, period, and that's, you know, a legitimate sentence in English grammar that would be appropriate. All right, also, twin flame. Okay, we know what this is. This is a mirrored soul connection. Very, very deep soul connection. This guy was rich. Let me see if I remember the story right. He was wealthy. He was a prince, I think. And he wanted to be with this girl. Why couldn't he be with the girl? Maybe because his parents, because he was rich. I don't remember why he couldn't be with her, but I know he found her bound like with these swans, or he found her turned into a swan. Don't stop me the line. I guess he must have found her turned into a swan, because what he did was he turned himself into a swan so that he could be with her forever. So go ahead and look him up so you can get the story correct. But I think that's the gist of it. Angus. Aengus. So now what he does is he helps soulmates to resolve issues and arguments and to remain together, or to reunite and to reconcile soulmates and twin flames. That's what he does now. He's like immortal now. So he gave up his life as a rich prince, and he, you know, for an immortal life instead as a swan, so that he can be with his eternal love, his twin flame. So the moral of the story is following your heart, going after what you want, not letting anything stop you, even, you know, your parents or money. We got sacral chakra. This is the angel therapy deck, I think it's called. Sacral chakra, you are highly sensitive to chemicals, additives, processed foods, and energies right now. Respect your sensitivities by avoiding harsh items, situations, and relationships. So it's just what I was just talking about. Clearing and shielding your energy from any and everyone, including family members and people who are supposed to be your friends or business partners or whatever. All right, that's too many. But it said vegan, vegetarian. So some of us need to incorporate some more vegetables into our life. Be willing to forgive. Ask the angels to clear your mind and your body of past pain in exchange for peacefulness. Ear chakra at the bottom of this. That could be one of the upgrades that's happening. Oh, it's in reverse, so maybe somebody's having trouble with clairaudience. Or if you're having trouble with your ears and you don't know why, it could be because clairaudience is what's being upgraded right now with the ascension that Oshun came to tell us about. Sacral chakra is back. I just read what this is about, so I'm not going to read it again. Workshops and seminars at the bottom of the deck. Archangel Michael. You're working very closely with this powerful angel who's protecting and guiding you through this situation. You may see a lot of 444 during this period. That's Michael's number. The workshops and seminars are back. Or I'll just take note of these. It's workshops and seminars, ear chakras, and law of attraction. Because that's too many. Well, it wasn't too many, actually. You needed three more. Anyway, God box also is at the bottom of the deck. Okay, 3 individual cards. Let's go, please. Base chakra. Two more. The bottom of the deck is Ascendant Masters. Powerful, loving, and wise spiritual teachers are watching over and guiding you. As I said, something's hovering over you, taking care of you. And look, parents is behind it. It could be your parents, your grandparents, your ancestors, as I mentioned before. And look, another twin flame card. The answer to your question involves a spiritually based romantic relationship. So we had a no. So maybe the answer to your question was, is this relationship over? And the answer is no. It's a spiritually based romantic relationship that's going to go on and on and on. You are a powerful light worker. It's safe for you to be powerful. Your spiritual power brings great blessings in loving service to the divine. Crystals. This could be how you clear and shield your energy. The energy of crystals supports you and helps you with your present situation. And base chakra. Choose only positive thoughts to describe your home, career, and finances, as your words will determine your outcome. Words have power. They are spells. Did I read this one before? Be willing to forgive. Ask the angels to clear your mind and body of past pain. Yes, I did. Sacral chakra and Archangel Michael. Okay, I read all those. The Past Life Oracle had a really beautiful spread. So infrequently guided to do any readings on myself, but just it was random. I had to leave the house. I had a birthday party to go to, and I was like guided to stop and do this first. The spread of myself with the Past Life Oracle with my ex. Very, very unexpected and interesting. It came out beautiful. Anyway, Egypt just fell away. Egypt was involved in mine too. And now Father. So this could be tied to like the message I was getting from the Emperor decks. We have unrequited love here as well. Somebody is in a situation where they are probably settling, or pursuing someone that doesn't, that's not interested or doesn't deserve them or that they don't deserve. Or in the past, possibly even in a past life, the love was unrequited or seemingly unrequited, like you're doing all the work, you're trying to impress this person, get their attention, pursue them, and they're not, if anything, they're giving you like half-assed responses. It's not reciprocal, completely. But even they might be different now. Like that could be in the past or in a past life, and that could be why you're paying, like for that karmic debt now, or they're paying that karmic debt now, and the relationship has not come together because you have to move beyond that karma that can where you were rejected or you rejected them. All right, that's what I'm getting from the unrequited love. This is interesting that Atlantis is here. I talked in the reading that I did yesterday about this song called Voyage to Atlantis. If you've never heard of it, you might want to look it up. It's by the Isley Brothers. All right, anyway, so we're starting with Knighthood, which is giving me very much Knight of Swords. Knight of Swords is someone who is decisive. It could be represent perhaps Virgo, because it's representative of Mercury and Gemini, most typically and traditionally in the tarot. But Mercury also rules Virgo, so maybe that's why we're starting with this. So decision making, rushing in, very, very fast moving energy, doesn't waste time. Like once he's made his mind up to get in there and do something, he does it. This is going to be a lot faster than the others. I think that's 6 already. At the bottom of the deck, Impraisement or Slavery. I was thinking the other day that somebody's love interest, divine counterpart, something, is in jail. And obviously that could be anybody's, but maybe somebody that's watching this. I even heard the song, I'm locked up, they won't let me out. And I was like, oh, okay, somebody's in jail. It could also be about some other restrictive situation. If it's not, traditional prison or jail, somebody feeling very, very restricted, stuck, and now we have it as an overall energy for the collective in general. We also have Asia here, upright, medicine woman, leaving or travel, love life, angels. So angels could be guiding you to make some sort of move in your love life. That could be what the leaving or travel is about. Maybe even leaving, like I said, an existing situation where there's unrequited love perhaps, and settling for a more loving situation. They're trying to reroute you. Or it can actually be about travel, maybe traveling to visit this person, or them traveling to visit you. They may be a medicine man or woman. You may be a medicine man or woman, like a healer. And or there could be, if it's in a more negative sense, maybe tied to this imprisonment or slavery, there could be somebody else working some sort of magic or medicine on you, maybe particularly an Eastern method of, working some sort of roots or something on you. And that's causing some sort of blockage that's feeling like enslavement or imprisonment, because it's keeping you from making this move in your love life. And that's what you have to pay attention to. All right. Other than that, we got Atlantis again. So this could be where your soul is from, at least at some point. We've had, many of us have had several lifetimes. So one could be Atlantis, and this could be where you and the twin flame or soulmate that's coming up in this reading hail from. And we got these two dolphins swimming together. And again, I just was talking about the Voyage to Atlantis song. The song talks about this man, one of the Isley brothers, I guess, singing. He's going on a trip. He's traveling. He's making some sort of move. But he's saying, like, if I do it without her, like, how's my life even going to go on? Like, I can't do it without her. I'm going to look up the song. That unrequited love card is back. So, again, this could be who is working the magic on you and making you feel imprisoned or slavery. And I'm getting this is also a feminine energy, not necessarily like the other woman. It could be a mother. That may be also why I saw mother, wife, sister, daughter. Could be your mom. Could be some other feminine energy that is trying to block this connection or relationship. Why? Again, because intentionally a lot of people, like even on the 3D level, they're haters, they'll block it. But on a 5D level, on a soul level, there are other beings around us that are, their purpose, their soul purpose is to prevent people from coming into union. Why? Because people coming into union raises the vibration not only of themselves and they increases their own abilities as people, as individuals, as a couple, and their ability to make themselves abundant, in which case they are the type of the people who would share, as spiritual people, make others abundant. But larger than that, it raises the vibration of the planet itself, and we'll begin to see a lessening in all the hate and stuff around the globe if these couples come together. So that's why it's prevented. We have Egypt coming up. This could be another place, again, like I said, from where one's soul hails, in addition to Atlantis. As a matter of fact, there is a connection, right? We have Thoth, who is definitely of Egypt. He's of the original 5 gods of the Egyptian pantheon. We have him writing the Emerald Tablets that tells about Atlantis. Right? Those were discovered. So we already have record of that. And if you haven't heard of the Emerald Tablets, you may want to look into that too. Some of us are from the Emerald Ray. I know my soul is from the Emerald Ray at some point. That was something I learned early on in this journey. So, sharing these things because they could trigger something in somebody else. We got farm, which I think this is about the harvest, honestly. I don't think it really has to do anything with the farm. I think it has to do with the Virgo energy, or this green, or this earth. It's the harvest. Even the Atlantis card is kind of green. Isn't that interesting? It's like, more green than blue. Or maybe I'm colorblind. Then we have male, female. What the card traditionally means in this deck is that, like, in your past life, perhaps with this other person. Like maybe you're the female now or you're the male now, but you were the other sex then in this past life. And so that may be why you're more... I was just talking about how, again, when I don't care, when I'm like not emotionally invested in something or someone, I can be very masculine. I'm very independent. I don't care about you. My mouth can be reckless. Like I'm a Gemini, so we're blunt as it is, or whatever. But when with my men, with my mates, I'm so girly. Like, you know, I totally changed. I'm so girly. I'm such a woman. Like all the traditional senses, and I'm very submissive, which people find hard to believe because they can see me being so aggressive and so masculine at other times. But it can come out because of our soul, our past life, and what, you know, body we were in previously. Then we got High Priest or Priestess, which is definitely telling us to pay attention to our intuition and to move in silence, right? So we started with the Knight of Swords, who I said is very decisive. The High Priestess is often somebody who is in need of making some sort of decision too. And so she needs to consider a bunch of different things before she makes the decision. And she has a lot of information in different forms available to her. And she's going to check it all out and think it all through. Like even considering other people's perspectives, all of that. And then make a decision. And then before she acts, or while she's acting, she's not going to tell anybody about what it is she's doing until at least it's already set in motion and she feels other people can't mess it up. Or until it's complete. It's like, oh, you know, I got married last week. Oh, I had no idea you were even engaged. I know you didn't. I know you didn't. Because I wanted it to work out right. You know what I'm saying? Or I got a new job. Oh, congratulations. Yeah, I started 2 weeks ago. Really? Yeah, I didn't want you to know because I didn't want to not be hired. I wanted it to actually work out. That's the kind of person the High Priestess is. She can also represent separation from me because, again, she's somebody who's being silent. So this could be about no contact, somebody who hasn't really spoken to you, or maybe somebody who cut off communication. Now, specifically from the Angels of Abundance. So this is, you know, talking about material wealth, finances, things like that. I think it talks about love too, but it's a lot of like what you need to do to manage your finances and stuff like that in here. 1, 2, 3, 4. I can see what it is. I just read what it is. It's so funny. Wait a minute. So at the bottom of the deck, we have raise or promotion. And look, doesn't she look like very virginal with this glow, this halo, and then this earth? She looks like Virgo, right? This wreath of flowers on her head, underneath the halo of the gold aura, all this beautiful red hair. Congratulations, an increase in your abundance flow awaits you. This is as a result of your positive focus and your willingness to take action based on your divine guidance. So it's very High Priestess. Like I said, she's going to take the information, she's going to make a decision, and then she's going to take action based on the guidance that she's received, the information that she's received. That's what we're all guided to do too. That's what's at the bottom of the deck here. In addition to that, we have release jealousy. So again, talking, you know, sending out negative of energy. Maybe we're doing that too, whether consciously or unconsciously to other people. If we are, we need to release it. Jealousy is an affirmation that you don't have something, and the universe manifests exactly as you affirm. Let other people's successes inspire rather than frustrate you. If they can have it, so can you. That's why I laughed, because of that one. Then we also have face your financial fears. So I talked about fears a little bit before too. When you're honest with yourself about fears of success or failure, they can no longer control you. Be free of hidden fears by exposing them to the light of awareness, and you'll realize that you, in fact, have nothing to fear, and that every successful person has struggled with and released these self-doubts. Have courage to ask for and to accept, this is the real big part, help. Asking for help is a sign of strength, as is accepting it as it is offered to you. Very often when you ask God for help, prayers are answered through other people. Be sure to accept this assistance. It's the Six of Pentacles that I talked about. The timely assistance, the divine intervention. Accept this assistance as well as give it to others as you're guided. And didn't I just say that too? I said if we receive abundance, we're going to share with other people. That's what spiritual people do. That's what we're meant to do, and that's what we do. Moonlighting. You can start working on your dream career part-time while keeping your other job to pay the bills. Soon your dream career will take flight and fully support you. Clearing debts. Well, some of us are going to get our debts cleared, right? Congratulations if that's you, by the president, right? He's with the student loan debt, at least some of it in part, if not all of it. But again, congratulations. If that's you, I'm not jealous. I'm happy for you. Your self-care involves removing the heavy burden of financial and emotional debts from your life. You can already feel lighter and freer just by facing this topic and making a plan to clear present obligations and to avoid future ones as well. Lastly, do the work. It's not enough to dream or pray. You've also got to take the positive action steps that you're being divinely guided to take. Consistently working on your priorities will make them flourish like a lush flower garden. Oh, we got one that fell away, an extra one. Ask for your needs to be met. God and the angels can come to your aid only if you make a free will choice to be helped. And it begins with asking. It doesn't matter how you ask God for help, but only that you do so. The same holds true with clearly asking other people to assist you. Okay, last for these cards popping out is going to be the secret messages from the heart. And then I said I'll use these for the messages from the masculine. All right, 6 secret messages from the heart, please, Spirit. We got 1. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. At the bottom of the deck we have, I know you're sad, but I will make things right between us. I want to travel. We saw so many cards about travel today. I want to travel with you and to create wonderful memories. Are you up for an adventure? I know I am. I haven't been completely honest with you. Maybe that's why the Knight of Swords showed up. Or I did talk about the need to effectively communicate too, and clearly. Everything will be all right. You'll see. We just need time and space apart to focus on our goals and our dreams. And that can be even if you're a couple that lives together. Sometimes even people, you know, that are right on top, well, especially people who are right on top of each other, need space to themselves. So it doesn't necessarily mean like to break up. It just means I need to focus on something, and maybe you need to focus on something too. Please forgive me for letting you go. I was a fool, and now I want you back. Can we start over and have a fresh new beginning? Yes, this is the time for new beginnings. The distance between us will not keep us apart. This could be physical distance in terms of actual space. This could be emotional distance, whatever it is, but it's not going to keep you guys down. Last, I may not always show it, but I care about you a lot, and I don't want to lose this connection. I actually decided to do the cross with the Twin Flame Oracle again. I still will use these for the Divine Masculine spread. We'll do a little quick shuffle, very quick. Look at all this, the harvest. Fifth dimension, union. Feminine, your divine feminine. You are seeking her or she's seeking you. She's your twin flame or soulmate. The next card is solitude. It's in reverse. Okay. Divine being or couple. No, that's my old. I said I was going to do a cross. All right, this will still be representative of the divine being or the couple. We all got to take our lessons, right? Learn from lessons. Some of us, like I said, may be seeking some sort of new education and expanding our knowledge. Knowledge, understanding, look for the lesson in this situation. So I'll put that here. All right. I will use, let's change it up a bit. I'll use only the upright cards. So this first pile will be recent past, beginning with this one. Receive, open, open-minded, abundant, ready. It's your time to receive. Deception, mask, illusion, duplicity. Look beyond the superficial. And fifth dimension, intuitive communication. You are connected at the soul level. So recent past. So if this hasn't happened yet, you know, these moon readings for me cover a period of like 2 weeks. So recent past could even be next week or the week after, honestly. Somebody may reveal something to you. Okay. If you're open to receiving it, to hearing the information, to receiving it, something you don't know, something you may have even been intentionally deceived about, or something you've not looked at. Like you've only looked at the surface level, you haven't looked deeper for the information yourself. So there's been an illusion, there's been confusion for you. Maybe because of things like moon energy. But if you're ready to receive it, the universe will reveal it to you. The fifth dimension will show you, maybe in your dreams, or through some sort of vision, or information will come to you through someone else that you'll need to like put under your belt, like the high priestess. All right, that's recent past. Near future. Hidden path. Detour. Slow down. Explore. And go in a new direction. Winter. You feel out in the cold. Your answers arrive in winter. I mean, for some, it could be literal in your you're going to get some sort of answer, some sort of resolution to a situation in winter. And like the way the house is all lit up and everything else is dark, it's like information again will be illuminated. The light will be shown on something. I also feel like, looking at the reflection, I also feel like this could be talking about like a soulmate or a twin flame who is watching you. They're like lurking. And you may feel out in the cold because you haven't heard from them, but they still feel connected to you because they're watching you. You're illuminated and you're mirroring each other too. And sacred journey. Understand who you truly are. This journey brings self-discovery. So maybe that's what you're being shown. What's being illuminated for you is this hidden path. And you need to go down the path for the purposes of this sacred journey. Message from the feminine's higher self. We have separation. No contact. 5D, dreams, nightmares. Focus on your own happiness. Look, in the meantime, what we have right here, 5D. So we are getting information, or we will, like I said, get information if we haven't already, maybe through a dream, a vision, some other way. Second message from the feminine's higher self. Mirroring, which I just talked about there. Reflection. You saw the house's reflection. Both, so it's like the water was lit up and the house itself was lit up. Twin, wholeness, synchronicity abounds. So there's all kinds of signs and synchronicities around us if we're paying attention. And karmic partner. Conventional relationship. Duty bound by societal conventions. So the feminine possibly could be, because I'm taking this to be like the karmic, Feminine possibly could be in a relationship where she's settling too, where she's with somebody. Or this could be a message that, as to where the masculine is, that there's some sort of karmic partner. Alternatively, for the feminine, this could be about, another, maybe not a karmic partner, but some sort of karmic situation in her life that her higher self is trying to show her and tell her about. Messages for the masculine from his higher self, we have chaser, in pursuit, convincing, rejection, let them go and let it be. Now, normally the feminine is the chaser, but I have been feeling recently that somebody's masculine, and maybe the collective masculine at large, at least for those who are in separation, like he wants you to chase him. And a lot of us, whether consciously or unconsciously, are not. Like, I don't chase, I attract, right? But he's getting upset because you're not pursuing him. Like for whatever reason, he wants to be pursued. He wants you to be the one to initiate. And I think in some cases he even knows that for whatever reason you're separated, like he's the cause. So normally or naturally, it's like that lady that asked me for an apology. No, you're the one that's supposed to apologize. You're the one that owes me an explanation. You, separated us. You went into, but he just, he still wants you to be the one to chase. And I think that's why this is coming up. And maybe his higher self is telling him, like, no, you got to be the chaser. You got to pursue. There was something else that was coming in. I was going to tell you. It had to do with this, I think. I lost it. Oh, yeah. That I was talking about, like, watching you. Like, I feel like he's watching, and in some cases, yeah, he's seeing that maybe we're becoming involved with somebody else, or we are involved with somebody else, or have become involved with somebody else already. And he's mad. He's jealous. He's jealous. But he's getting all this because he's watching. So he's not getting a full picture, right? He's getting maybe a reflection, not getting a full picture of what's going on with you. And he's not actively trying to find out what's going on with you. He's just lurking. Of course, that's not going to be for everybody, but that's for somebody. Okay. Oh, this goes here. The second message from the masculine's higher self, ascend. So, again, that's probably why Oshun showed up. Expansion, evolution, universal intelligence, stay connected with spirit, masculine. You're getting an upgrade during this period. You may come into some new spiritual gifts, some new awareness of either of your situation, or it could be psychic awareness as well and abilities. Third message for the masculine, cycles, momentum, force, life cycles. Stay grounded in the now. Like I said, we got to be in the present. You got to be in the now. Feminine 3D life. Loss of self-identity. Discover your true self again. That's going to take the nurturing yourself. Like sometimes we give so much of ourselves away to the point that we lose ourselves, and that can be very natural for the feminine or for a female to do. So we want to nurture ourselves when needed. Family. Sometimes we give so much to family that we forget ourselves. There's a whole bunch of them. Kids, opinions, judgment. Resolve family stress if you got that going on. Get support if you need to. And lastly, yes. The answer to your question is yes. Masculine's 3D life. Awakening. It goes with his ascension, and exactly what I've been saying through 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 spreads or decks now. Realization, progress. Your twin is awakening to your connection. Very nice. Free will. He's got to make a free will choice to take some sort of action. Choices, decisions, contact, inaction or action cannot be forced. So he can't force you to chase him, and we can't force him to chase us. He has to make a free will choice to do it. His higher self is telling him to do it, though. And forgive. Tranquility, peaceful mind and heart, freedom from the past. With that forgiveness comes the freedom from the past. We mutually agree to move on. Even if you're forgiving someone who you have no contact with, you're releasing that from yourself. At the heart of the matter, we have the Tower moment. So something is going to occur. If we're not going to do, it's like the universe is going to do something. Divine intervention to cause something to happen. And how we respond is still up to us. It's still free will. But, we're going to have to deal with this situation. Tower moment, unexpected change and new opportunities. Something involving a sacred space. So maybe that, there's change in our spirituality, our divinity. Altar, prayer, candles, commune with your own divinity. For the feminine, that can be how she restores or finds herself. And lastly, to the heart of the matter, we got crossroads. Divergent paths, choices, confusion. Follow your intuition. So we saw that in the near future, that there's a hidden path, there's an alternative path. And we're at this crossroad and we need to make a decision, both masculine and feminine, which way we're going to go, what are we going to pursue or not pursue. Now we'll look specifically love placement. We got split energy. Maybe there's a party of three, or maybe that I'm focused on family and I'm trying to focus on a relationship, or I'm focused on work and I'm trying to focus on relationship. It's not working. My energy is split, right? Options, unfocused, multitasking. Decide what you really want. And then you can decide, and then you can figure out how to achieve it. Release. Loosen your hold. Relax, unwind, release fear, release anxiety, and release doubt. And that's how you can get to union. And lastly, pause if necessary. Inaction, calmness, step back, right? This is you choosing peace again. And then waiting for a sign, even if necessary. To the light goes off until you get guided, right? And follow the guiding light. And the energy that we're going to go into the next moon cycle with, so the full moon in Pisces, I think, is next. Unawaken. Interesting. Somebody may get confused again, fall back asleep somewhat. Unaware, 3D, or get stuck in ego. Maybe their free will choice leads them to remain in ego or pride or jealousy or something. Unaware, 3D, ego, darkness. Your twin flame is not ready yet. Denial. Maybe they were awakened and they see it, but they don't want to see it. Repressed emotions, rejection, right? I'm going to fight this feeling. Unable to see below the surface. Again, that could be an actual choice. And this doesn't have to be related to love. This could be with anything. This is the love placement, but it very well could be with love. And outcome. Like, whether you see it or you don't see it or you act like something's still going to happen. Results, conclusion, ending. You will get a resolution. So even if divine has to intervene again, something is going to come to pass and be finalized. And that makes sense because the 12th, the full moon is about endings, and Pisces is about ending. It's the last house. So it's the house of the subconscious and endings, finality. Things are going to come to a close with that Pisces full moon. So you have that. Wow. All right. And do I have time for one more? Because I said I would do the masculine. Let's do it. I don't know how long I've been on here, but it's probably been a while. Because again, we've been through 7 decks. I could probably I've never put anything on TikTok. I'd probably ask my daughter to break this up for me in 10-minute videos and put them each on. And I'd have like a whole page of videos. All right, so with this deck, we're beginning with Moon Tree, which is also about not twin flames, but like deep connections, like the relationship between the moon and the stars, and is similar to like a soulmate relationship. Golden memories, for me, with all the fire, it tends to be about like letting the past, like just let it burn. Take the golden memories, the positive lessons and things with you forward, but you gotta let like the stuff that's holding you back, you gotta set it on fire and just let it burn and leave it in the past, like walk away. Meditation is sometimes a way that people can release things too. I literally set stuff on fire. I literally like write down things and then burn them. You know, I've always been like a bit of a fire starter. Literally since I was a kid, you know, when it was not the right thing to do, I would just set stuff on fire, and I had to get out of that habit. But I don't know, that could be something for my soul too. And now, in a much safer way and responsible way, I write things down that I want to release, and then I set the piece of paper on fire. Anyway, love is also up right here. So I'll do a quick shuffle with these. We have birth, so this is about newness as well. Also gives me like Scorpio vibes. We got more fire here. Physical body, so that's health, so that's very Virgo. Health, cleanliness. Speaking of Virgo, those of you who've been watching me for a while know that I believe that Jesus is a Virgo. And this is not everybody's image of Jesus. It's not even mine, but it is the author of this deck of cards, Tony Carmine Salerno. So this is, the universal heart. And the purpose of this card is to like look at it closely, and then you begin to see that there's all these little white dots, they're like stars, and that they all come together to make a larger picture. And it's representative of how we're all necessary too, to make everything happen. But also, I think we're getting a message of, again, calling upon spirit, the divine, ascended masters. Jesus is an ascended master, to help us work through issues with fear. Divine feminine. We got the moon tree back. So divine feminine is in this space, at least, energetically, if not physically and emotionally, of, like sacred union. The masculine as it relates to the feminine. Golden path. So while this isn't a moon, it is like a big round like globe shaped thing, and he's on this path toward it. So it kind of looks like the tree too. Like this is the trunk of the tree. This is the trunk of the tree. This is here, the actual tree itself, and this is the tree itself. Also, for me, the golden path card has always given me Wizard of Oz vibes. I talked about the Emerald Ray before. The same thing. It's like in the Wizard of Oz, they had to take the yellow brick road. So all the yellow, like the Oshun energy, they had to take the yellow brick road to reach the Emerald City. And on the spiritual journey, it's like we need to take the yellow brick road, to reach the Emerald Ray, which is the ray of healing, the ray that Archangel Raphael rules. Very nice. The masculine as relates to himself right now, and it is gateway. And this card also looks like a crossroad, like which way do I go? In what sphere do I want to be? What plane of existence? Like with whom and where and what do I want to be doing? Looks like is where he is. The masculine with regard to the union or connection as a whole, we have the goddess. This is about surrender and submission to what is. And it's the goddess of the moon also, so this is also like a nod to the Virgo moon. And she's nude, she's like a virgin, she's virginal. This is like very Virgo moon. But this is about surrendering to the connection and again, surrendering to what is. Overall, we have a guardian. And this is, again, an angel watching over us right now. which, as you know, I felt and talked about. What energy the masculine would have the feminine give to the union or connection if it were up to him? It's listening, like receiving, truly hearing, truly seeing, truly, everything, understanding. Also, this card gives like Aquarius vibes. So it can be about online dating, it can be about communication, wish fulfillment, letting you know that you're his wish fulfillment. We have more nude female body, so there's more surrender and letting go and submission. That's what he would like from the feminine. What he himself is sort of bringing to the table right now. And it's a very warm, like, feminine energy too. It's very Virgo, right? It's more nude bodies, maybe more virginal female or feminine energy, but hugging a tree, like a literal tree hugger, and surrounded by all this like greenery, and it's abundant. So this is about like the harvest. He wants to provide. That's what he's trying to bring. Like, I'm trying to work. I'm trying to reap. I'm trying to collect the harvest so that I can like bring it to you, share it with you, grow it with you. After that, expand it with you. Like, I want to start it off. What the universe or God would have each archetype, masculine and feminine, to give, contribute, bring to the table for the union, which the universe or God wants to help us with this thing if we're willing to ask for the help and to allow him in. And it's dealing with sorrow and pain. That could be what a bunch of us can't get past, and that's the block to the connections, right, to the union. Because we've all got some sort of sorrow or pain that we're dealing with. So then it's going to be about forgiveness, whether that's forgiving each other, yourself, somebody from your past that hurt you, that caused like a block in your life that prevents you from moving on with somebody else that could make you happy. Like, all these things. This is what the universe or God, the divine, wants to help us with. And I think it's interesting that this is another also depiction of Mary, the Virgin. All right. So again, it's very Virgo moon. And the outcome is divine guidance. I was just talking about this infinity symbol yesterday too. I've been really guided lately to get a tattoo of one on my neck for whatever reason. I think I may go ahead and do it. And what energy we're going into, again, the Pisces full moon with answered prayer. I love that. And this is also, for me, a lot of Aquarius energy with this star that's like over the throat chakra. Again, it can be about communication. That may be what you're looking for, what you've been praying for, is for some sort of communication, to hear from somebody or to be able to find the words to speak to somebody. That could be coming to you. We also have something here with perhaps the solar plexus that maybe involves a Scorpio or Scorpio energy with this butterfly. Because with the butterfly, it's kind of like the energy of death for me. Because death is not about like... it's about something ceasing to exist in the way that it had. It's not necessarily about like ceasing to exist, period. The death card I'm talking about in the tarot. Maybe even death in real life. But anyway, I'm talking about the tarot. So with a butterfly, what happens to the caterpillar? Does it die? It ceases to exist. But it doesn't die, right? It becomes the butterfly. It becomes a whole new species, a whole new animal. And so that's from where I get the Scorpio. But I think of that as transformation, and us too, like reinventing ourselves or being made new, being made over by some sort of experience, by the divine, in answer to a prayer, by God or whatever. This is what we have to look forward to for the next major moon cycle, which again I believe is the full moon in Pisces. I'm pretty sure the last one was an Aquarius full moon because I'm an Aquarius moon, and I remember being excited about it. So I think the next one is Pisces. That's all I have for you today. I hope you have enjoyed this. Whatever, if you watch the whole thing, I appreciate that because I feel like it's long. Or if you just watch pieces, if you pick spreads and picked decks to watch, that's cool too. I hope that you find whatever you watch that you found it enjoyable and helpful, and you got something from it. Please do like, share, subscribe, and comment. I do appreciate it. Namaste.